Hey guys, and welcome to yet another arena tutorial, and today we're gonna speak about the Turks. So let's see what this civ has to offer. It's a gunpowder civilization. The bonuses are gunpowder units, plus 25 hit points, researching gunpowder technologies costs 50% less, chemistry is free, gold miners work 20% faster, light cavalry hussars upgrades are free, unique unit is a janissary, and unique techs are sipahi. Cav archers get 20 plus HP, artillery plus 2 range, bomber towers, bomber cannons, and cannon galleons. Team bonus is also gunpowder units created 20% faster. So there are a few ways to play the Turks. Let's start the game. I'm here playing Bob the Destructor. He will be Mongols. And let's discuss our options with Turks. Probably the most famous arena strategy with Turks is the Janissary Rush. You go for fast castle, you go for forward castle, and you try to do the damage with those crazy ranged gunpowder units. But it might be tricky in case the opponent has an archer civ like Mongols or Britons or Ethiopians, Mayans. Those are the civ Turks struggle against in Castle Age. So another options for Turk in games versus archer civs is to go for a boom, try to get the relics with the light caps that you get for free, and ideally go for siege rams and heavy cav archers, which is an amazing combination for Turks because of the special unique technologies they get for the cav archers. But the problem is, for that thing to work versus archer civs, you need those siege rams in front of the cav archers. And the problem when you're facing Mongols is that Mongols get Mangudais, and Mangudais shred siege rams. So that's something I didn't want to do here. So my line of thought was, well, okay, I don't have much to lose. I think Mongols is actually a better civ in this matchup. So I decided to go all in with Janissaries, and let's see how it went. So the build order, I'll show you my build order for castle. For castle games, when you want to get a castle early on in Castle Age. So you go 4 on wood, 4 on berries, then you go on food. Take the boars. Let's run forward a bit. You get to 20 population, and then we add 2 more on wood. See, careful when building the walls on arena, by the way. Sometimes you can select extra walls and it can add in the disaster. Getting the relics is super important. Then we send 2 on gold, 3 on stone, and we are ready to go to Castle Age. As you can see, 4 on berries again, 6 on wood with 2 lumber camps, 3 on stone, 2 on gold, the rest on food. So I didn't know what to expect in this game. Usually it might be dangerous to go forward with Turks because, well, your opponent expects it and he might go for archers, for example, or scouts to try and deny that castle. So I was sure he would go for archers, but I said if I do the Janissaries at home, my aggression won't be intensive enough and I will lose the game. So I decided to take a risk and go YOLO, go forward. So you add 2 more on gold, later you want to have 4 on gold, you want to have 6 on stone to get the castle up, 8 on wood, and the rest I'll try to send like 6 villagers forward to make the castle up. So as you can see, I want to show you something, how you should decide if you want to go forward or not. So I will send my scout forward, and then you see I saw a market. And as soon as I saw the market, I knew, man, it's safe to go forward. Because if your opponent has a market, it usually means that he did not go for a barracks. Because, well, if you go for both market, blacksmith, barracks, and archery range or stable, that's too much of an investment. So I knew he's either booming or he's going for Mangudais. So I will be able to get that castle up. So I sent 6 villagers forward. And let's see. He saw me, he spotted me. I didn't have Loom, which was quite dangerous, but I had a light cav. I want to do an outpost first because I was thinking he might go for siege workshop or something. And yeah, as soon as I saw he's going forward, I decided, also with that monastery inside, I decided to go for Mangonel first, get a siege workshop up. And yeah, and after the Mangonel was being created, I decided to go for the monastery. This is when I saw his castle. Did I see it yet? No, I did not see the castle. Now I saw it. So I realized I have to get his castle up. If he sent Mangudai early on, he could actually deny his castle. I don't know why he didn't send Mangudai. Was he queuing Mangudai? Yeah, he was making Mangudai. He should have sent them because I had no defense. It was actually very lucky. I might have lost the game here. So as soon as I saw that, my plans changed. Before that, my plan was to push with Rams or Mangonels and Janissaries in Castle Age. But once I saw that castle up, I knew there is no way for me to take that castle down in Castle Age. It's time to go for Imperial Age, boys. So in order to do that, I decided we need more food, we need more gold, and we need to go to Imp as soon as possible. I also want to make a few Janissaries if I'm already... Oh, that was silly, actually. I had a brain fart, apparently. I was wondering in the game, how come I had 2 siege workshops? I did that second siege workshop by mistake. I totally forgot. I was talking with the chat on Twitch. And I totally forgot they already had a siege workshop. So that was resources that I wasted for nothing. Oh well. What I need to do is a monastery to take the relics instead of that second siege workshop. So I decided to try to be a bit of annoying, like try to do maybe a push, like maybe fakes that I am pushing. So I did only 1 ram as far as I remember, right? Or did I do 2 rams? I think I did 1 ram and a few Janissaries. Problem is with Mangudais, in small numbers, when they have no ballistics, Janissaries can do quite well from them against them because they get the extra range. You see Mangudai got 4 range, Janissaries got double the range, 8 range. But as soon as he can mess a lot of them and he can get ballistics, I'm in trouble. So here he actually did a second castle early on, which I really did not expect. I also had a stone to do a second castle, but I didn't want to do it yet. I want to go to Imp as soon as possible. When I saw the castle, I thought maybe I can push here if I can kill those Janissaries. But he was doing a good micro, like running away with the villagers, keeping the Mangudais alive. I could have denied his castle, I think, but I didn't. Yes, I got a few good kills though, which was great. But I could have done more. I could have like won the game here. Yeah, so I did a lot of good hits here. Oh, what am I doing? But instead he got the castle up. I should have put them on the Janissaries under the castle. I thought they were under the castle, but I lost too many. And then he had some Mangudais to kill my Janissaries. So here I realized it's time to go for the Imperial Age. Oh, I did that. I did more rams, which I shouldn't have done, because there was no way that castle was going down anyway. So here is where I started to use the market, sell stone, sell wood, sell all the resources that I'm not using just to get to the Imperial Age. It will take some time, you see balancing the economy with the market. And I knew what will lose me the game is if he raids me. If he goes to my base and gets into my economy, I'm dead because I had nothing at home to defend. So I did those outposts to see if he was coming by any chance, and I was just trying to go up to Imperial Age. So I knew his economy wasn't great. Yeah, he was one town center too, because two castles is a big investment. So I knew my only way to win is to camp under this castle, try to take his castles down, and eventually make him try and kill himself, like by losing units to my castle. But let's see how it went. Usually with Turks, you want to go to Imp, you want to get cannons, you want to get Janissaries, and usually you should wreck. But versus Mangudais with +2 and with ballistic, it's hard because they can snipe cannons easily. They can even kill traps. Even Castle Age Mangudais can do good versus traps. So as soon as I reached Imp, trap had to come first. I actually decided to do a cannon first because I thought, well, it will be easy to hide under the castle, but you will see later that I should have done a trap first. So I got the fletching because I knew he will try to hit stuff under my castle, and castle will be my greatest weapon here. And you see how easy those cannons die to Mangudais? Yeah, he's losing some, but he's killing all my cannons. And this is when I decided to do the second castle, because with 2 castles it will be almost impossible for him to take it down. But he was sending petards, and I just decided to delete that castle and go home. Wait a bit. Here is the first trap. And now I needed something versus Rams, because Mangudais, Janissaries can do good versus Mangudais, can do good versus petards, but not versus Rams. This is where they struggle. So Mangonel's cannons, anything that can work versus Rams was the way to go. And the plan here is to try and use the castle, kill the Mangudais, and kill the rest with the cannon. And that was close call, but I saved the castle here. But again, my economy was so bad at home. I had like how many farms? 9 farmers. Not enough on wood, and he kept pushing me. I kept losing cannons. I had to add more traps. But yeah, as long as I had my castle up, I knew I'm quite fine. Again, the castle sometimes switches. Let me pause it for a second. Sorry guys, maybe the volume is too loud for you. It's in-game volume. Let me lower it a bit. Okay, this might be better now. So the castle loves to focus on Rams instead of the Mangudais, so you need to micro that in these kind of scenarios. And he was repairing heavily that castle, but I knew he was going low on resources. Let's check Yali. You can see he's low on everything, but eventually he got the castle down, but what lucky thing for me is that I had enough Janissaries, and at this stage he didn't have too many Mangudais. So if he had like 5 Mangudai more, he could have cleared everything and I would have lost the game. So I knew my only hope was to get another castle up. Just trying to snipe the cannon here, so he could have taken some good fights with ballistics. He had ballistics, right? Yeah, he has the university. He only needed a bit more number, but he was low on everything. And I knew if I can get this castle up, I still have a chance in this game. Like, the score is line. I feel like he was ahead in some parts of the game. It's so hard to micro Janissaries versus Mangudais. Mangudais are so faster, they shoot faster, and yeah. See, just hit and run, boys. Actually send a few more villagers to get the castle up. And he was close to clear everything. You see, I had only 4 or 5 Mangudais left. This is when he decided to try and go for the cannons. He was also trying to snipe the trap here, but he didn't have enough. And yeah, I lost a lot. But I got the castle up, and this is what he struggles against most. The castle. Castle is great. When we have this kind of economies, when you don't have many units and every unit matters, fighting under the castle is bad. He was heavily repairing that castle. I wonder how much stone he wasted on it. I've been attacking it for hours. Like, the thing to add here now is that I realized that Janissaries are bad in this scenario, and I should have switched to monks earlier. I will do it soon, but you see, he was trying to kill my siege. He was trying, but he kept losing everything. I had to do more traps, and I had to do monks. He kept trying to push. I kept trying to save my expensive siege towers and traps. Yeah, I should have put it under a castle earlier. And this is where I started to panic a bit, because all of a sudden that ram was going towards my economy. And that's my biggest problem. If he gets into my economy, I cannot stop that. See, I panicked a bit, I lost a cannon. I did get a few kills, but I lost all of my military. And this is where I thought I might lose the game. I finally got the castle down, but he still had a castle up, and now he was pushing on my economy. And I did a panic siege workshop. You need to keep him out of your economy. It's a must. Like, if he gets in, I'm dead. So he was very close to getting in. I decided to suicide a few villagers just to keep him out for a bit more, and then I got the cannon out, and I knew I had to take the tram down. I lost all of my Janissaries, or almost most of them, all of them, but yeah, I had the cannon up, and the cannon was there to defend. I actually got the second castle down as well. He had no castles at the moment. I didn't know that. I should have pushed here because I was sure he had more castles at the back, but he still had those Mangudai. So going forward, far away from the castle, was very dangerous for me. And finally, this is where I realized I need the monks. Turks don't get block printing, which is quite bad for their monks, but other than that, they got redemption, they got sensitivity, so they're okay-ish. So at this stage, he was trying to mess rams to take me down, but he needed a lot of them. I was finally messing some monks. And in this case, try to save your traps. Traps are super expensive. I lost only one, so that was good. And he got another castle up, so he was still in this game. I was scrolling always. I should have added economy earlier, like, let's check my economy. Oops. Should have added some economy earlier, but I didn't have much. So at this stage we both have no economies, but he's pushing. You see how fast those Janissaries died to the Mangudais? So I had to mess monks. That was my only chance. I was actually adding some stables. With what economy, so I'm not sure. I also started to add economy a bit late, yeah. It is a clownish game after all. But now I had two monasteries that were supposed to be monks. I don't have really the gold at the moment. Until I was very scared of him getting into my economy, because then I lose the game instantly. So he tried to take that trap down with one ram. That's not the way to go. Okay, he even did some knights. Okay, I remember that now. And where is my cannon? Where is my cannon? There it is, standing. Okay, I decided some camels might help me here. And I should have paid more attention to those rams, because I was kind of focused here now with the push, with the monks and everything. I kind of lost attention here, and he freaking got in. My biggest nightmare came true. The good thing is I noticed in time, so I saved my villagers and I had a town center up. I decided to add a second panic town center here, so this part of the economy will be safe. And he didn't have any siege, so there is no way for him to take that castle down. Meanwhile, on this side, I got a few nice conversions. I had a few camels to help. And I knew as soon as I can take that castle down, game will be over, because he won't be able to produce more Mangudais. He was Titanicing here a bit. And if he can produce more Mangudais, well, I don't think skirmishers will win me. I got a few conversions here, and he lost most of his Janissaries. Most of his Mangudais, which was his precious Richlers. So I was trying to keep an economy going, but this was the focus point. If I can keep this push going, I win the game. This is what I knew. Yeah, he was trying to skirm Sladkev, but that was one final fight as far as I remember. Yeah. So conclusion, boys, Turks is a very, very strong Castle Age civ. Might be even a good Imperial Age civ, but that's way more harder to get to. So hope you learned something from this tutorial and try to do it, but without my economy. Try to make some economy. So see you in the next one, boys. Don't forget to like and to tell me what civs you want to see next. Bye bye.